Okay,
Yeah,
Nnamdi, I
yeah,
got you.
yeah,
Okay, Nnamdi, cool, man.
yeah. I mean, it's an honor to have you on on our show. Um, but I have an international audience. I always used to say to my guests, you know, it'd be good just to get a sense of where you were sort of born and raised, so that the international audience can sort of learn from that, and we just build from there.
Sure, sure. I I love the UK, first of all,
Okay.
and I really this pandemic thing is really. I've had so many plans to come there, so many
Wow.
plans, and they got canceled because of the pandemic. So I'm just really hurt because of that because I really want to get out there, but
Wow.
I'm praying, hoping it'll happen soon. So all
Yeah.
my fans in UK, I love you and I miss you, and I can't wait to see you.
Yeah, I mean, but also around Europe, because as I said, we've got a lot of European fans that watch and stuff, and you know, from France and
Yeah,
Germany and Holland.
France, Germany, that's right. Europe, period.
Yeah, yeah,
The Great Europe.
Europe. Yeah,
That's what we call. That's what we call it out here now. The Great Europe.
the great Europe.
Yeah, yeah,
uh, but
yeah.
so it'd be good to so where were you born and raised?
Okay, I was born in Detroit, Michigan, and we spent a lot of time in Detroit before I moved. Well, at the age of 9, I moved to Grand Rapids, Michigan. So
Okay.
between Grand Rapids and Detroit, we were always back and forth. Detroit was rough, man. It was rough. It was just rough. And
Wow.
so Mama said she thought we would go to school in Grand Rapids and just be in Detroit during the summers. So, so my
Wow.
life was back and forth between Detroit and Grand Rapids all the way up until the age of 17.
And during that time, because I remember interviewing Donnie Simpson 2 weeks ago, and he spoke about growing up in Detroit and Motown, you know, being you know, just watching out for the Cadillacs and stuff. But as a kid, did you also,
Mhm.
was that also on your radar? Just the fact that Detroit, Motown was in your
But
neighborhood?
that made things a lot better and a lot more tolerable because of Motown. Music was always great in Detroit. It just had a vibe about it. You could just feel the energy. Uh, by the time I was 9, Motown had yeah, they had moved from Detroit to out west
Oh,
to
LA.
California.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't catch the initial term of the Motown days. Not in Detroit, that is.
Yeah.
By the time I discovered Motown, they were in California.
Who were you inspired by as a kid musically then?
As a kid, I was inspired by. See, I have gospel roots that
Okay.
run deep. I was inspired by Andre Crouch, he's gospel singer. The
Yeah.
Hawkins family, that's gospel, of course.
Wow.
And then, of course, Ronald Isley Brothers, Marvin Gaye, um, Sly Stone, George Clinton. You know, it's very diverse. You know,
Yeah.
it goes from rough to smooth.
And during that time then, because you know it's funny, we always look at the Debarge family and the Jacksons. What was your thoughts about, say, the Jackson Five and Michael? Because there's some similarities.
I remember saying to my sister Bunny, it's like, but that kid sounds good. She says, kid, he's older than you. But he's fine. And I was like about 10 years old, somewhere around there. So that kid sounds good. But he always had this quality in his voice that made him just sound like, a small kid, especially back in those days in the 70s. And my sister said to me again, she said, well, have you heard your voice lately? My brother used to always tease me. They called me, they had a girl's name that, you know how family is, we tease each other all the time. Yeah, oh, it was Kathy. They called me Kathy all my life because I always had, a real tiny voice all my life. This is like this is the lowest my voice will get right here in pitch. So
Okay.
imagine when I was a kid and I was like, hey, they said, oh, how you doing, Kathy?
Oh, oh my
They say,
goodness.
when I call from school, Kathy's home, Kathy's home.
Oh
My
Lord, have
family,
mercy.
we thinking out.
Wow. But just then, I mean, with all that, fun and stuff, did you, because you mentioned your roots were in sort of in gospel, um, did you ever dream about actually becoming a recording artist, or was it more like, okay, maybe just playing in church and and getting a 9 to 5?
I didn't see a 9 to 5 in my future, but I didn't really think about it. All I thought was music, not knowing the breakdown and build up of it, how it would play out. All I did was just think about writing songs, and that's all I did. I just wrote songs and sang, wrote songs and sang. My brother Bobby, my sister Bunny, and my mother, and my Uncle James. This was my 4 musical teachers within my family. So Bobby, my sister Bunny, my mother, and her brother, my Uncle James. And between them, they kept us singing, because they all wrote songs too, and writing songs. That was it. We come home from school, it's what we were into, writing songs and singing. If any of us wrote a song, we would practice it on each other. You know, Marty, hit this note. James, try this note. So we were like a really, really close musical family unit. And there was not anything else that I thought about other than just going to school, going to church, and doing music. So recording professionally was, you know, it was a given. My brother Bobby, he did it with the group Switch. And because he made that step first, he was able to bring us in, because we didn't have a clue on how to do that, you know, what it entailed or anything. So
thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, but most importantly to press the notification bell so that you can be notified when we do have a new interview. Loads to come, but thanks a lot for watching.